Alright, so welcome back to another session of me just learning Unity. 30 minutes every day, or at least. So I think we last learned how to manipulate the physics for our game world. And now now I guess we're gonna learn how to destroy game objects. So we're gonna start using this sprite over here. I'm just gonna I think I can close this now. So he challenged us to kind of make this into a... Wait, let me... want to double the size of the block, and we also want to change the color to red. Well, for the red, I think I have an idea. Right here, we can just change it to red. So easily. Now, how do we change the size of the block square? I guess we'd have to mess with the actual sprite block right here, and we have 256. So if we want it to be double, I think we have to divide that by 2, so 128. So you apply. There you go. I don't know if that's what he wants, but that's our block. Cool. One unit. Yep, I guess that's what he wants actually. He wanted it to be 1 unit wide and 1 unit high, which is... I forgot how we messed with the values for the sprites per unit. I don't know if it's by default or not. I don't think we ever did do that. We just kind of made everything else fit to our needs, I think. 82. I guess I'll learn along the way. So this function is automatically called when a collision has occurred between whoever has this script and another game object that has a collider in its properties. So this value here will be the object that collides with, in our case, the block. And I'd assume that we're gonna check to see if this collision has it or is the ball for us to do something with the block. So we have this thing called object destroy. It removes a game object, component, or asset. The object is destroyed immediately after the current update loop or t seconds from now if a time is specified. If object is a component, this method removes the component from the game object and destroys it. If object is a game object, it destroys the game object. All its components and all transformed children of the game object. Oh, it also destroys all of the children within the object. Actual object destruction is always delayed until after the current update loop, but is always done before rendering. So he's saying that we actually have more control on what gets destroyed. So we don't have to destroy the actual object, but we can destroy a property of the object. So for example, in our block, we could choose to destroy the collider when we make contact, or when we choose to, when we could just choose to destroy the collider, which means the ball can, the sprite is still there, but the ball can go through it. Or we can destroy the sprite renderer and just leave the collider visible, or not visible, but still present in our game. I can see some instances where you might want to do that, maybe like make it like a special block or something, and then only make it so that you can only destroy the sprite. I don't know, actually never mind. But for now we're just going to delete the whole object. So GameObject refers to the actual object who has this script. In our case, the block. And I'm guessing it's only this instance, not all instances that contain this script. Because that would be kind of strange if you hit one block and then all the other blocks disappeared as well. So we can also delay the destruction. We can also delay the destruction of the object. But you choose not to test it out. I just kind of want to see because I'm interested. Oh, I forgot to change the I think I forgot to change the gravity value. Yep. So we're just going to make it to 0 like what he did. And he also mentioned that we also need to increase the size of the collider. So we need to make it the size of 1 unit by 1. And now it should work. Dang it. Wait. Oh, I did hit it. I think it's gonna get stuck. Uh-oh. So if we wanted to, we could also see like what collided with our block. We could do debug log and then collision. I guess it automatically converts it to a string. Maybe. I don't know. So it says a collision to the object. Wow. Maybe it's supposed to do to string, maybe. I don't know if that makes a difference. It doesn't. Huh. That's weird. To him, it shows a ball. Oh, GameObject. Wait, what? Oh no. collision dot game object dot name. That's what you did. Wow. Alright. So yeah, definitely that should do it. So it gets the collision value, which was a collision 2D, and then it gets the game object, which is ball, and then I guess it gets the name, which is over here, and I guess that's what outputs. Nice. Alright, cool. Oh, then actually, well, what we can do now, but I guess in the future we can say that if the collision dot game object dot name, I don't know how to compare string in C#. Let's look at it. We compare strings, strings equal. Equals, so it is like Java. So then dot equals ball. Then we want to destroy the object. So for instance, we had like if we had a feature where, like, let's say we have something like an object that's going back and forth as a way to prevent the ball from, like, let's say there's blocks behind this sort of object that trying to prevent the ball from hitting the block. If it makes contact with the block, we don't want it to be destroyed. So with this method, we can make sure that the blocks will only destroy if it gets hit by collision object named ball. So let's see if it still works. If it doesn't, then I have no idea what I'm saying then. Oh yeah, compiler issues, so parentheses was expected. Oh yeah, true. Alright. So let's hit play. It should still work though, in my opinion. Nice, nice. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Alright, so now we're going to learn how to do prefabs, and if I remember correctly what they were, they're just essentially kind of like objects that that we've saved. So for instance, let's say this block here with all its properties, we just were able to kind of reuse it, and then that would be considered a single prefab that we can kind of replicate easily without having to manually create the new block and then set all the properties similar to this one. Oh yeah, template. That was easy. So then we can just drag. Oh wow, cool. Wait, what did I delete? Oh, I deleted the canvas. That's important. So the blue color represents a prefab. Oh. Oh. So by changing this one prefab where all of these blocks were based off, it also changes any instances of this prefab that's been used in our game. Oh. So while these are all based off the prefab, we could still make them unique by clicking on the individual block and then messing around with the features to show that we can mess with the, I guess, child, but when we mess with the parent, you're gonna get all of them. I wonder if we can push it back to normal. Oh, it doesn't update anymore. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't get up. So it's the odd one out. Interesting. Wait a minute. Oh, interesting. So you can, like, this troublemaker can make all the other children not follow what the parent is doing, or the prefab, by clicking on here, going override, and then seeing we have this apply to all. Oh, never mind. It does it to everything. Never mind. Alright. But that's still pretty cool that you can see, like, oh yeah, this object's pretty cool. I'm just gonna, apply this feature to all the other prefabs that are connected or that are also using this prefab. So I guess it's already 30 minutes. The last thing I want to, I guess, go over is that the last thing he mentioned is that, let's say for an example, we chose to be yellow, and then here we chose to be blue. If we say we want all of these to be blue, we'll try the same method and see that this one isn't affected, because I think it diverged from the connection, I guess, is what I like to see it as. When we do it ourselves, like we change this one specific feature of a certain sprite, and now it can't be affected, like it's kind of disconnected with everybody else, or at least that's how I see it. Alright, so it's been already 30 minutes, so I'm gonna end it here for today, and yeah, so peace.